I'm Will Lewis III.
And I'm Howard Patterson. We just got narrated by Tasha
On the Narrative Club.
Welcome to the Narrative Club. On today's episode, I have Howard Patterson and Will Lewis here to talk about their new movie, Bad Girls. How y'all doing today?
I'm doing fine. It's called
The
Bad Girls. Yes.
The Bad Girls. Everybody's so excited. How y'all doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad to have you here with me today. Talk about this upcoming hot new film.
We're glad to be here. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for coming. Let's get into how did y'all come up with this storyline?
I wrote it maybe 10 years ago. I had the outline for it for almost like 10 years. Just throughout time working on other projects, put it to the back burner. And then I actually had seen something where Master P was about to drop a movie similar to it. And I was like, man, I done had this movie in my mind for 10 years, outlined for 10 years. I said, I'm not gonna let him beat me to the punch. So got the crew together and made it happen.
And you had it just sitting for 10 years. So did you have to alternate it from back 10 years ago time to bring it into new time?
Yeah, just updated it, just updated terminology and, the stuff that's happening now.
And this is not your first feature film at all, right? You did other projects?
No, together, this is our fourth project. This is our fourth project together, and I had 3 solo when we got together.
Okay, so this is not new to you at all, so you...
Nah, that's not my first rodeo.
Okay, because it's like when we see it, it's like, okay, something new to us, but you're not new to this.
No.
Okay, so let's get into how did you go about picking your actors and stuff for this role?
Our cast, we had maybe a list of people, and we narrowed it down. We didn't want just local people. We had to have our local cast, and then we wanted people from outside of the city. That's where we reached out to LA the Boss. She has a big following, and I was a big fan of 3D Nati. She's a rapper from New Orleans, and just something about her, I was like, she's perfect for the role, for the role
which
that
one
we
did
had
she
to
play?
play. Daisy. Yeah. She was a taller brown skin, the more gangster of the four. She was the more gangster of the four, man.
I should have known she was a rapper. Yeah. She was most gangster, most hood. Like, okay, let's go.
Yeah, I've been a fan of hers for maybe about 3 years. So when the movie started coming together, I was like, I want Nati for this. So reached out to her. She was willing to do it. We put it together.
Okay, let's get down to the locations. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only thing that blew me up. Looking like, okay, I'm confused on the locations. That just lost. I'm looking like I think this is Detroit. Because honestly, I didn't know y'all was from Detroit.
Oh, okay.
Because I was looking, I looked like, okay, I know that's a strip club here. They came to Miami.
We did go to Miami.
And Vegas.
Yeah. Actually, we got the Vegas was stock footage. The outside of the aerial footage from Vegas was stock footage.
Okay.
And we actually went to Miami for the ABFF, American Black Film Festival, and we shot like 2 days worth of scenery shots. Just scenery shots, like we went through neighborhoods, went off South Beach, Ocean Drive. We took a lot of scenery shots, so everything scenery of Miami, basically outside, we filmed that. But the movie was filmed in Detroit, so
that's what it was like.
Movie magic.
Yeah, because I'm honestly, I was sitting there looking, I said, I know this ain't got no palm trees to me.
Maybe we did a good job.
Because you did, I was like, no, we ain't got no palm trees here. Then it was like when they was going to Vegas, I said, the Vegas too? Like they put a line for the flying. I said, yeah. I told them because I showed like it, and then, because I consult with other people who watch the films too, and the community we do have here. And like, yeah, they was jumping scenes too. I didn't know where there was. I'm looking like, for a while, I forgot how, because I'm nosy. I am. Somebody posted it. I'm looking like, oh shit, they posted it. Let's see if I can find the like page and the share page. And then when you put a wheel, it's so many. I'm looking like, send a friend request. Maybe it'll be the right one. But it's after I had watched the movie.
Okay.
So I'm looking like, okay. And then once I'm like, okay, They gotta be from here. Because the people from here, I said, oh, it'd be dope, let me get them on the show so we can figure out how they come up with this, the bad girls. Because, like, you never, too many people don't like dabbling doing anything that actually makes the girls the bad people.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw that, I'm just like, oh, and they pretty. One is real rough, one is real timid, you know, like she didn't want to do it, but when push come to shove, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Right.
So I'm looking like, when y'all dabbled into that, I'm looking like, okay, that's why
Okay.
it's hot up there on them charts.
It's doing good, but I don't particularly look at them as the bad girl, like the bad people in the movie. You know, in every movie it's a antagonist and I think it's a protagonist. It's a good and a bad. They do some bad things, but they're not actually bad people. It's a reason behind everything they do. Come with it. Come with it. That's my
Okay,
yeah.
okay, because that's your look, because anytime you stealing from somebody, you bad.
It was a reason behind it still.
We can say it's a reason, all right? Because you do wrong and you won't wrong because with her, because when he left her, and she like, okay, I get the money from him. Then, but when they stole from the Cubans or whatever it was,
you're right. I didn't have nothing to do with nothing.
I'm looking like they was getting down, getting money.
I take that back. They did a few bad.
They just gotta get you right. Taking the money.
I take that back. They did a few bad things.
They did okay. Like, even the over flash of it was like a lot of people sometimes in the indie world don't like to touch on sex scenes. Even y'all did a phenomenal job. Even like in the hot tub, it wasn't overly provocative. It was just setting the tone, just perfectly even. It wasn't overly aggressive. And sometimes you can't find that. You know, when people always think like, okay, some people don't like watching independent films, and some people do. And I love independent films for that reason, just so you can catch the little small moments that you know they have to craft into it, and because you really, really have to have an eye for it. Like, don't be too raunchy. The hot tub scene wasn't too raunchy. Even for them to be women doing it, they didn't come off as real. You know, like the one girl, she was from North around the edges, but she still played her part.
Right.
She still, you know, it came across, but it didn't come across as too aggressive. Like I've seen some of you like a woman, you know damn well you can't get away with that in real life.
Right.
You can get away with all this in real life. Even the scary one, I'm looking like, oh yeah.
She played as Carmen. She did a very good job.
She did, even when the boyfriend, he did a good job.
Yeah.
Me personally, when I look at a film, it's always the one with the smallest role do a hell of a job where you should have gave him more.
If you pay attention to her, if you pay attention to it, it's just little stuff that she do in the movies that just fit that character.
They do, because
she did an excellent job.
When she had to stand up, when she had to stand up to rescue the girls, she did.
Yeah.
She came into play. I'm like, even wasn't nothing just overly blown. You know what I'm saying? For the price, look like, hey, from, we're gonna get this because, like I said, I usually know a couple of people here. Like, no, I know, I'm like, no, I didn't know these gentlemen until today.
Okay.
Like, I'm glad I did be nosy and follow everything on Facebook.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Her boyfriend, his name was Todd, so I would give him appreciated his work.
He did an excellent job. Because like I say, usually
Oh,
it's
no,
small.
his character is Todd. His real name is June. June Shelton. June Shelton. Yeah,
June Shelton.
June Shelton. Get one. Yeah.
And June Shelton. Yeah, he did a bigger role because he did a phenomenal job.
When we was making that and we watching the footage, I kept telling him, like, man, this gotta be the best scene in the movie. I love that scene. Especially on the two coldest cops. The two coldest cops was the best.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, the cops was me.
The cops were horrible.
Y'all didn't believe them quite. Y'all didn't know how to word it up with them. Put it like that. The girls was throwing it off for a little. But like when I just answered you act, because when I got your bio, I'm looking like, oh, you act. Like you step in, but like you just said, when you doing this and obviously you love it, if you hold it, you can look at a movie, you can pull it out, and you doing what it takes to throw yourself in the like, oh, you need an extra person just for a couple of minutes?
I do it. Jump out there. Yes.
So you do the writing, directing, producing.
Editing. Setting it all up. Yes.
All that by yourself?
Well, my partner helped when I get started. he wrote one of the films that we put out too, Motor City Living. The majority of it I write. If I get stuck somewhere or he sees something that doesn't look right, I'm like, look, man, sometimes you gotta have a different perspective on things, and he's like, let's switch this up. But majority of it for this film, yes.
So what y'all got coming next? It's gonna be a band.
Actually, he's writing a project.
Yeah. Damn. You caught me on the spot.
You over there, nah, no. But he's writing a project. Consequences.
Called Consequences.
Yeah.
And we got and we're gonna go into Bad Girls too.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I seen somebody say waiting on part 2.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of sequels. So.
Yeah.
Well, when they said, I kept going to the end like, it's about to go around another back at the end, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, oh, so you gotta bring it up.
Started right at the bank. Yeah. Started. Right.
And the bank ain't did nothing to him. You just sat up here and said it.
I was wrong. I was wrong. They started right off.
No, like, why did they even come to the bank?
It's a reason in part 2. You'll figure it. That's why it's a part 2.
Right.
Yeah. So for me, if the movie's been doing good, so if the movie is doing well, why not try to keep the
And keep going and see how well it goes.
And I enjoyed it when I'm filming, I'm working. I don't get a chance to really interact as much with the cast. I interact enough to get the movie made, but on the personal side, I don't have that opportunity with my partner. He's a more personable guy, and I'm making sure the light's right, this and that he can keep the mood on the set light. So he got to build relationships with a lot more people. And once every film was over, everybody's gone, and I'm editing, I'm like, damn, I miss everybody. We gotta run this back, where I'm more comfortable.
So where you do have the actual, because y'all didn't have to, because you did the premiere, you just went straight to.
COVID.
Yeah. I was say so that shut everything down. We could, because that's usually where that's when people celebrate all the hard work they do after the after party and things like that. So yeah. So yeah, that is when you can't get on set, you got to feel that love that.
I didn't get the chance, and like
edit your scene and
look,
put it out.
Yeah, when you edit it, you're just like, God, I miss this. Like, I want to, where's Crystal? We could go find Crystal. We could go hang out with Crystal, but it's like, man, I miss IT, I miss LA, so we had a good time filming, but like I said, I'm more concerned with the project, making sure the project is right. I'm so focused on that. I didn't have a chance to be loose, and, so I miss it. I want to have, let's run this back. Yeah, let's run this back where I already know everybody now. We can talk on the phone back and forth, after the film, and let's try to do this thing.
How long is y'all filming process?
I think we filmed the 95% of it. Besides, we had to go out of town to pick up some dialogue from LA and a couple of scenes from her. And what we did in Miami, our actual shooting schedule was 10 days. We shot it only 10 days, but it was 10 straight days. We might have took a half a day off in the middle of it. Yeah, so we flew everybody in, put them in rooms, and worked for 10 days. And we literally worked until the last hour. Like, it wasn't no rap party, nothing. It was like, everybody got to get on planes and go.
Y'all say 10 days, I'm looking like,
but it was 10 consecutive days. It was not no playing around in between that week.
And that's
schedule.
good. That's good.
I'm paying for hotel rooms. Ain't no time to play, so.
And that's what people that's what sometimes I don't understand. When they say out here, I'm like, oh, we can do it by ourselves, but see how by yourself go. You gotta have by yourself money. You gotta have it.
It's real.
Yeah, you gotta have a foundational, like you say, you able to watch this because he got the people doing good. So we got the so you do one and then you're gonna do the Bad Girls after he does Consequences.
All depends how I go. That's what we striving to do. But if it don't, we jump into Bad Girls too. Yeah.
I was like, cause it's getting so much love.
It's doing okay. I'm happy. Yeah.
No, because people happy. Like you said, you just told me good feedback, bad feedback. And it's like usually when you don't have much, I don't have much bad to say about a film. Like, okay, I tell them, like, go back, girls, it's good. It's not just because it's trending on the site. I had to look at it because I looked and seen, like, I checked the stars when I'm looking at something. Like I said, somebody else had posted. My best friend had watched it. She said it was good. And one of my friends, he called, like, did you see it? Because it's good. Let me check it out. I said, it looked like this movie is good. And then when I found it was from Detroit, duh, Detroit's so hot right now. Detroit's so hot right now. Like, we know stars. Go ahead. Like, yeah.
We're for sure doing this.
Definitely.
It's independent. It's the Detroit spirit. Like, it's a lot of hustlers from the city, and that's our spirit right now. It's just the opportunities is low here for a lot of things. So to have some guys grab some cameras and some lights and a mic and put it together it's a number of film crews here doing it well.
And the whole concept people don't really get is whether it's a good film, bad film, poorly did, greatly did. The main objective is to get the project done. You always can do it another one and another one. You're only gonna get greater. They'll tell me, like, you don't know you're great. I'm like, once you start and you finish it and you put it out, then you get your critique and then you work from there.
Right. So that's when we might critique other films, and at the bottom line, whether we like it or not, the bottom line I always say is they did it. And a lot of people don't understand how hard it is to do it. We get people saying they have scripts. Yeah, can you write this movie? I'm trying to let everybody know I got my own ideas that I'm trying to put out. So it's hard to try to put somebody else's script in there. And I tell them, what are you willing to do? You can't just say, here's my script, make my movie. It's like, what are you willing to do to get to this point? I put a lot into it. He put a lot into it. A lot of years. There's times where the money dried up and we still had to make it happen. So it's just not handing somebody a script and saying, make their vision come about. What are you willing to do to make your vision come out? Yeah.
But that's what a lot of people don't realize too. When you are a creator, I don't think they realize how your mind works. When you create yourself, I can't dig into your creation because I'm in my own.
Exactly.
They probably like a creator all day from the time, sometimes in your sleep, you are creating pieces and you're putting them together. So some people not gonna get it. They just think like, cause you did it for you, I can do it. No, if it don't sell like mine, then you're gonna be saying I messed up your project.
Right.
So that's what we do. That write your script, and then call about the filming process.
Right. It's been people who actually came with scripts, but they just have to understand it's more than just saying I have a script. Or what are you? Where's the money gonna come from? This stuff costs money. Yeah, it costs money. No matter if you're using no-name people or name people, everything costs money. You have to feed people. You have to rent locations. You can't just go somewhere with a camera and just start shooting. It's people who told me, nah, my boy, we can do this.
It's people who did it.
We didn't know about that. But sometimes the project,
it does
it shows that you just went there without a plan.
It shows.
I've been doing it too long to go somewhere without a plan, and I know to have a plan, it takes money.
It takes more than just the idea.
Yes.
And when they get it.
It's your script.
Or they won't.
Yeah.
Or they won't.
They get it. Don't be just watch it to continue to support. But they get it eventually. Because eventually, like you said, Detroit is there with the indie films. So it's like now it's to the point where you can join the team. Join one of the teams that's doing it or create your own team. But you gotta have a plan and not just the idea. And it has to be planned, pinned out, partner up, friend up, good auntie, grandma up, family up, just to get it done and get a project well done.
I think for Bad Girl, we was trying to get a bigger budget than we actually got, and we have investor meetings. I'm meeting people at restaurants trying to get money together. It's a process. It's a process to get it together. But I've also made a movie for $2,000 before, $2,500 before that recouped that $2,500 back. it's really how much heart you got.
Yeah, I always tell people that, you know, when they come with any idea, I be like, people be shying away from it, but like, you need a budget. You need a budget, you need to set it. I don't care if you say you got $500, then you make what you need. Yeah, make what you got from that $500. That even if you feel like you're gonna feed them or you're gonna cook or you're not.
Right.
Either you're gonna do the makeup yourself or you're not. I mean, I done had people say, I did the makeup. Like,
Right.
did that makeup? And it was a guy. He said, yeah. He's like, I did the makeup. Because that's what his budget cost for. He started the project, he wanted to finish it. And that's all that, as I tell people, like, that's all that matters. You don't have to be the greatest because you're learning. Everybody, you learn. That's how you learn how to crawl, then you walk. You know, then you learn how to read, spell. All it comes is in steps. So people don't get it now. They don't get it. And it's like, I'm so glad you said it because they don't. They just think, okay, they did, I can do it. True, but you gotta have a plan first.
Gotta have a plan.
You gotta have a plan. Yes, you do. So we know we got the Bad Girls 2. They working on that, people. Give them time. Give them time.
It's coming. COVID threw us off. COVID threw
everybody
everything.
off.
Like, that's been crazy. But we gonna let it. Yeah.
But the one thing I can say COVID did, it made the digital platform great.
Oh yeah, they was for the. I'm on by a director who make movies and the businessman part of it. You know, I see both sides, the business part and creative part. The business part, there was a lot of streaming going, but I don't know how much the audience know. For a lot of us to get paid, the filmmakers to get paid, it has something to do with advertising, and a lot of advertising got threw off during COVID. So some advertisers wasn't putting out as much, or they had to rearrange the way they was advertising their products to go on the streaming platforms. So some of it was good. A lot of movies was getting streamed, but 100%, the money wasn't maybe not as been as much as you might have thought it might have been because there was a lot of streaming hours. Put it like that. So that threw off some, but from the business side, everything is rebounding. And it's alright.
It is alright. Okay, well, where all can they watch this movie for those that have not watched The Bad Girls?
Amazon Prime, Tubi TV, Google Play, YouTube. I don't think we got on our venue yet. So Amazon Prime, Tubi. Tubi is a real good platform. It's a free platform. Google Play, YouTube TV.
Okay. Well, we thank you for coming, sitting down, talking with us. And we sure can't wait to have you back to go over The Bad Girls 2 when it come out and any project y'all got coming in the future.
All right.
Y'all probably
No, we're fine. All right, and I gotta give a shout out to the ladies, all the ladies. Crystal, the doll, she did an excellent job.
Crystal always does a good job.
Crystal was on point. Carmen did an excellent job. LA, 3D Not T. I want to make sure I get all the local guys. Orvale, June, Damaris, man. God, you ain't hearing the talk again. What's my man name? Alfonso did a good job. Just Jamal Willard, not local, but he did a good job. My man James, he's an actor. He's from Detroit. He moved to California. He's doing his thing out there. He flew in and did the scene with us. Just want to say thank you to everybody who was a part of it, and let's try to get together and do part 2. Do this again.